LG 27JCV. If you want your Mac Mini to feel like it's running at warp speed, this LG's sizzling 480Hz refresh rate and 0.03 millisecond response time will make your eyeballs do a double take. Text is sharp, colors are vivid, and paired with QHD OLED brilliance, it's not just for hardcore gamers, it's got some serious style for casual desktop jockeys too. But on the downside, at 27 inches, you may crave just a little more real estate for creative work on your Mini, so I'll swipe left, a solid 7 out of 10. Gigabyte AORUS FO32U2P. Plug this into your Mac Mini and enjoy 32 inches of 4K OLED magic with smooth motion and zero ghosting at 240 Hz, making productivity and gaming both feel bionic. The colors are punchy, the design is sleek, and there's USB-C with 65-watt power, so you can juice up your gadgets without hunting for a cable jungle. Sure, HDR brightness is not MacBook-level intense, but for anyone not planning to edit the next Marvel movie, this beast easily earns a big 9 out of 10. Dell U4025QW. If you want to flex in the studio, this 32-inch 6K monster looks crisp, rocks a 4K webcam, and can handle all the Mac Mini productivity thrown its way, making it a studio display alternative without the Apple tax. Ports for days and a built-in speaker system louder than your neighbor mowing the lawn, although absolute color purists might grumble about the Adobe RGB coverage. Yes, it's pricey, but for most users, it's a powerhouse, so I rate it 9 out of 10. LG 32GS95UEB. This monitor turns your Mac Mini setup into a futuristic command center. Though at 32 inches, it's basically a TV moonlighting as a gaming display. The OLED panel dishes out vibrant colors and those true blacks you dream about. But hey, beware the burn-in monster. If you leave the dock up too long, it's stunning for games and pretty good for productivity. But unless you actually use your Mac Mini for esports tournaments, it's probably overkill. 7 out of 10. Dell U4025QW. Dell packed this thing with sharpness and office-friendly vibes, rocking Thunderbolt 4 and enough USB ports to make even a Mac Mini blush. Auto brightness and a proper anti-glare coating mean your workspace always looks crisp, but move too fast and its gaming chops fall a little short. Motion blur and grayish blacks might make you squint. It's a top choice for spreadsheets and color work, but if you want fast-paced games, maybe stick to Solitaire or Minesweeper. 6 out of 10. BenQ MA270U. At 27 inches, this BenQ hits the sweet spot for your Mac Mini. Affordable, ultra-crisp 4K, and packed with Mac-friendly features like built-in USB hub and keyboard brightness control. Sure, its 400 nits of brightness won't blind you, but unless you live inside a lighthouse, who cares? If you want Apple-level integration without needing a small loan, this monitor makes your desk happy and your wallet happier. 8 out of 10. BenQ PD2730. This 5120 by 2880 pixel superstar flexes creative muscle, serving up colors so accurate you will wonder if your old monitor was just guessing. It offers Thunderbolt 4 connectivity and a nanomatte coating that spits in the face of glare, while waking from sleep like it just had a double espresso. The speakers will not blow you away, and the brightness is shy at 400 nits. But for your Mac Mini, it's almost a studio display without the drama, and earns a beefy 9 out of 10. Dell U2723QW. The Dell U2723QW walks in with a crisp 27-inch 4000 by 2160 pixel IPS black panel that makes text sparkle and colors pop like a freshly shaken soda. The USB hub can wrangle a KVM party if you want to control multiple devices, and you get plenty of adjustment options for ergonomic shenanigans on your desk. It stumbles on refresh rate and gaming guts, with black levels more gray than space. But if you want business-class visuals for your Mac Mini, this gets a solid 7 out of 10. BenQ PD326G. The BenQ PD226G towers at 32 inches and 4000 pixel resolution, mixing creative color precision with a refresh rate that hits 144 Hz, just in case your design session turns into a gaming spree. Thunderbolt 4 ports make it a plug-and-play friend for your Mac Mini, while factory calibration keeps your colors crisp and your fonts sharp as cheddar. HDR isn't going to win awards, but with that pro-grade clarity and flexibility, it scores a hearty 8 out of 10. Samsung M8 Smart Monitor M80D. The Samsung M8 Smart Monitor tries its hardest to look like an Apple Studio display, but ends up feeling like the tech equivalent of a mullet. Business up front, smart TV party in the back. Sadly, its speakers sound like someone gave a potato a microphone, and the ergonomics fall short for long Mac Mini marathons. Still, if you want AirPlay, a built-in webcam, Wi-Fi, and can forgive the color accuracy for YouTube binging, this monitor is a multitasker with more personality than polish. 6 out of 10. ViewSonic ColorPro VP2788-5K 788-5K is a color-perfect buddy for your Mac Mini. boasting true 5K resolution that's so crisp it might make you squint with joy. 9 out of 10. Dell U4025QW. The Dell U4025QW swings in like the ultra-wide office hero with 40 inches of curved glory, thunderbolt magic, and a refresh rate so fast your Mac Mini will think it's time traveling. It's a beast for multitasking and editing, with vibrant colors and clean text, but beware. If your desk is tiny or you hate immersive screens, this monitor will swallow your workspace whole, and maybe your soul. Pricey? Yep. Worth it for pros and the ultra-wide obsessed? Absolutely. 8 out of 10. MSI MPG 272URX-QD OLED. This monitor is like strapping a Ferrari engine onto your desk, blasting you with colors so vibrant, they'll make your Mac Mini blush and want to renegotiate its contract. Games and photos look beautifully crisp, with a refresh rate faster than your last snack run. But just one ray of sunlight and the screen starts auditioning for a moody vampire movie. It's a pricey beast. But if you crave mind-blowing visuals in your work and play, this is as close as it gets, minus a small sun avoidance clause. 8 out of 10. BenQ PD2725U. This monitor rolls out the red carpet for your Mac Mini, flaunting color accuracy so sharp it will shame your old screens into early retirement. Connectivity options are extensive. It's slick enough to impress creative pros, but the built-in speakers are barely enthusiastic enough to play elevator music, and that price tag may cause spontaneous wallet tears. It's dependable for creative work and multitasking. Just be prepared to ignore its sound or get external speakers, and to explain the expense to your accountant. 7 out of 10. ASUS ProArt Display PA27JCV. With a crispy 5K resolution, color accuracy fit for digital artists, and a stand so adjustable it might just moonlight as a yoga instructor, this display is the go-to for creators who want every pixel perfect. Auto KVM and USB hubs make swapping between devices feel almost magical, but that 60 Hz cap means fast-paced action is more slow-mo drama than blockbuster thrill. A little expensive, but if you want excellent image quality and convenience for your creative Mac Mini setup, this monitor nails it like a pro. 9 out of 10. Dell Alienware AW2725Q. This Alienware flexes a 4096 pixels wide grin and packs colors as vivid as your most embarrassing photo from holiday. But getting it to behave with a Mac Mini is about as graceful as teaching a cat to fetch. Every nap means futzing with brightness and scaling settings just to get anything done. Gamers will drool for the sharpness and blazing 240 Hz refresh rate, but Mac users will sulk over the USB-C's refusal to handle video or any clever device switching. So forget seamless docking or desk setup magic. It's chunky, it's cool, and if you want your Mac Mini to feel like an intergalactic spaceship with a slightly moody power button, this is your monitor. Just not your soulmate. 6 out of 10. BenQ May320U. BenQ aimed this 32-inch beauty squarely at Mac Mini fans, rocking stunning color accuracy, a sleek white chassis, and USB-C power delivery so juicy it could charge your laptop and maybe your happiness too. Integration is smoother than a buttered dolphin. The presets match your MacBook's colors, and the highly adjustable stand makes sure you can always escape those weird reflection angles. Only the built-in speakers sound as flat as reheated pizza, and you pay a premium for the privilege. It's not perfect, but for every creative workflow you throw at it, this monitor is an effortless, elegant companion. Just skip the speakers and treat yourself to headphones. 8 out of 10. BenQ EW279RU. This 27-inch, 4096 pixel wonder brings sharp visuals, comfortable ergonomics, and enough color accuracy to please any Mac Mini user with basic taste in blues and reds. While it serves up strong built-in audio and AI-powered brightness, the refresh rate is locked at 60 Hz, making it brilliant for work and movies, but a turtle for anything resembling gaming or hyperactive window dragging. Affordable, capable, and quietly stylish, the EW2790U is like your favorite cafe, perfect for productivity, a little faint on excitement. 7 out of 10. ASUS ROG Swift PG27UCDM. If you want your Mac Mini to feel like it got a graphics gym membership, this monitor blasts out 4,000 pixels across 27 glorious inches and makes every Photoshop edit look like a work of art. Sure, there's some flicker drama if you push the refresh rate, but the speedy 240 Hz and impossibly deep blacks keep this display looking futuristic and dangerously good. Almost too cool for your desk. It's so sharp, so vibrant, and so stuffed with features that your Mac will ask for an autograph, but keep your wallet braced for impact because it costs more than your actual Mac Mini. 8 out of 10. Apple Studio Display. Apple's monitor is the high-fashion runway model of screens, rocking 5,120 by 2,880 pixels and a sleek, all-aluminum look, with speakers so good you'll wonder why you ever bought headphones. The camera and microphones try their best to keep you looking and sounding pro, even if the webcam sometimes makes you look like a wax statue. But the real heartbreak comes from the lack of HDR and refresh rates stuck in the 60s. Great for creatives who love color and crave style, but for hardcore gamers or anyone demanding bells and whistles, this is more couture than utility. 7 out of 10. LG Ultrafine 5K 27MD5K LG's Ultrafine 5K is the classroom nerd who secretly lifts weights, serving up a pixel-dense, color-precise feast that makes Mac Mini pairing almost effortless, thanks to Thunderbolt magic and a USB-C buffet. Its built-in camera and speakers let you join video calls and take the edge off your workflow, though the all-plastic exterior and lack of HDR feel a little budget airline compared to Apple's all-metal bird. Punches above its weight for everyday Mac use and gets serious for anyone who lives inside Photoshop or Final Cut, but not quite legendary enough for gaming or movie stardom. 7 out of 10. BenQ PD325U? This beastly 32-inch monitor shows off colors with such swagger, it could make your Mac Mini weep with joy. Picture deep blacks, razor-sharp text, and colors bold enough to make your spreadsheet look like modern art. The MBook mode syncs colors between the display and your Mac, so your pixel-perfect edits do not suddenly look like a bad Instagram filter. Plus, the stand adjusts like it is auditioning for Cirque du Soleil. You will pay dearly for these top-shelf Mac tricks, but if you want peak color for creative work, this is about as close as you get without selling a kidney. 9 out of 10. ASUS ProArt Display PA2789CRV. The ProArt PA279CRV shows up ready to party with a super crisp 27-inch 4K screen and colors so accurate, even your cat's fur will match in Photoshop. But the contrast is about as dramatic as lukewarm tea and HDR looks tired. So do not expect movie magic. It plugs straight into your Mac Mini and offers a USB hub buffet, making your desk way less of a cable jungle, though the stand trips up a bit with its height adjustment wishful thinking. For creative pros who want color without breaking the bank, just do not invite it to a night of Netflix. 7 out of 10. Dell U2725QW. The Dell U2725QE flashes its 1 millisecond response time and 120 Hz refresh rate like a caffeinated hummingbird. But the real flex is the color accuracy and contrast on its 27-inch IPS black panel. Perfect for those who want their Mac Mini to look posh. Setup is a breeze, the cable situation stays tidy, and it comes loaded with Thunderbolt 4 and a KVM switch for your multitasking needs. But watch out for panel uniformity issues and coil whine that could ruin your zen. Great choice for productivity, slightly amateur hour for gaming, but an absolute feast for your creative desk. 8 out of 10. Apple Pro Display XDR. Apple made a monitor so dazzling and so astronomically expensive that it feels like your Mac Mini should pay rent just to sit next to it. The colors are jaw-dropping and the peak brightness could probably tan your desk plant, but the price tag and optional stand cost more than some people's cars. If you're not a millionaire Mac fanatic, this is pure overkill. So unless your job is color grading Oscar winners, just admire it at a distance. 6 out of 10. Samsung Viewfinity S9. Samsung tried so hard to copy Apple that it accidentally built a monitor that actually feels like it belongs with your Mac Mini, but then packed in smart TV features you will never use, and speakers that sound like they are underwater. The screen is crisp, and color accuracy is legit, but the clunky operating system and wonky calibration options make you wish it was just a monitor, not a gadget circus. It's a strong pick for Mac users who want Retina-esque visuals without draining the college fund. 7 out of 10. ASUS ROG Strix OLED XG27ACDNG. ASUS strapped a rocket to this gaming monitor and blasted off with OLED glory, serving up colors so vivid and motion so buttery smooth, your Mac Mini will want a gaming side hustle. Productivity is fine if you like living on the edge, but the blacks might look purple if your office is as bright as Times Square and the HDR is a party trick for gamers, not for your spreadsheet. Stellar for gamers and wild for creatives, just keep a dim room handy and expect serious envy from your desk neighbors. 8 out of 10. Gigabyte M32U. Plug this chunky beast into your Mac Mini and suddenly your desk looks like NASA's mission control. But calm down. It is mostly for gamers who love their colors popping and movements as smooth as buttered ice. The 32-inch screen is sharper than your mom's new haircut, but let's get real. The speakers sound like they are coming from a tin can, and the price tag will make your wallet scream louder than its built-in buzzer. If you crave size, speed, and ridiculous clarity, but wish your Mac Mini did more gaming, it earns a solid nod, but only if you ignore those weak speakers. 7 out of 10.